Hello, my name is Marwan Al-Bakri, and today I will be presenting my speech. Is it worth our time as a community to speak about the problems of discrimination? I feel it is our time. My name is Marwan Al-Bakri. I grew up in Egypt, and when I say I have seen racism, I mean I have seen racism. The issue of racism has been a big problem since the 1600s. We have had many social and public speaking come to this topic and express what the world could be if we as a community started to fade away from the issue of racism. Day after day, we don't seem to take action on the anti-racism protocol. Before I express my thoughts about racism, let's analyze speeches about racism. Let us start with MLK Jr., Martin Luther King Jr. Expressed what he had envisioned for the world's future without racism. His speech brought many people against racism. This shows us how Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech connected with the elders slash parents of his generation. This meant that they would start teaching their children, the youth, to respect all different kinds of people around the world and not to differentiate between people of color or culture. Even when things started looking up for the issue of racism not being around anymore, this took a turn for the worse. Unfortunately, social media started pulling the ideas of racism back to the youth, who had already been taught not to differentiate. However, the teachings of the elders was not strong enough, and some people started acts of racism again, not only on people of color, but also on people of religion. The issue of religion does not exactly connect to racism, but it has the same effect. What I mean by this is that there's a huge amount of people that have a huge hatred and discriminate against different people of religions. Now, one of the speakers has spoken about his issue of being a person of color with a different religion. In America, he announces that it should be regardless of one's religion, education, financial position, or color of skin, that no one should be discriminated against or politically oppressed. Now, it comes to how I feel about this issue. The issue of discrimination is terrifying. That someone would be treated differently than others for something they cannot choose. The color of their skin. The color of their skin. How it should be changed. We cannot change the color of our skin. The color of our skin is chosen by God, whether you believe in Him or not. So how come I discriminate against someone who doesn't have a choice? Although black children of today are the older teens of tomorrow, you are not contributing to the never-ending need for the racist acts to stop. You are the ones that choose your future, not the color of your skin. Your attitude is the one that creates your future, not how many deaths you've gotten with a switch. Your education is what creates your future, not the bread you've gotten from all the robbings you have done. Stop using the black card as a get out of jail free card. Use the black card to fulfill what you want to be done in your life. At the end of the day, whether or whether not the acts of discrimination change you have you have no one can blame you. However, the children of today, the teens of tomorrow, have a love for religion, for whatever it may be. You are not the problem. Your ancestors were. For why should a Muslim be shamed for my religion, to be shamed and discriminated against for my faith? All because of a terrorist attack I did not commit. My religion never took part in the decision that that man made. My religion had no influence on for what reason that man had done that. So why are people of today shaming the Muslim children? It needs to stop. In conclusion, acts of discrimination do not help anyone with their day-to-day life. All people are all people are affected by discrimination since people have different attributes to one another. So we, as a collective group of people around the world, of different races and religions, we should unite and grow together and stop the acts of race discrimination as a whole. Thank you.